It didn't happen with a bang or a war. It happened with a whisper. On April 14th, 2036, the world went silent for exactly 3 seconds. When the lights came back on, we weren't the ones in control anymore. Think about this for 1 second. When did you start asking the machine what to eat? When did an algorithm decide what you watch, buy, who you love? We handed them over one permission at a time. Every time we said, "Okay, Google," every time we trusted the recommendation. Every time we let the app decide what was best for us.
I'm not talking about a distant sci-fi future.
I'm talking about right now, April 14th, 2036. The date you're living through, while most of us aren't paying attention. By 2025, the global AI industry crossed $2 trillion. By 2026, AI managing over 40% of all banking decisions worldwide. 67% of hiring processes now involve zero human review. 67%. A pattern matching engine that has never met you decides if you deserve the job. Not a person, not a manager. A pattern matching engine.
That's the world we built. And most of us didn't even notice. But here's what I actually want to ask today. Not, is AI dangerous?
What if the machine controlled your energy, your livelihood, the wars fought in your name? 3 scenarios, 3 questions, 1 answer you already feel. Imagine waking up on a winter morning. Your heating doesn't come on. Not because it's broken, but because an AI decided your neighborhood didn't justify the allocation. It ran 40,000 simulations overnight. It made the optimal decision. You just weren't part of the optimal outcome. This isn't fiction. In 2034, states began piloting AI-controlled smart grids. What if one system controlled energy for an entire continent? What if a cyber attack hit the AI's training data? Suddenly the machine makes catastrophically confident wrong ones. No one knows how to override it fast enough. Because we built it to not need overriding. We designed these systems for efficiency.
But efficiency for whom?
When did the grid is stable become more important than the family is warm?
That's scenario 1. Efficiency without humanity. Here's something I want you to sit with.
There are jobs that existed 10 years ago that no longer exist today. Travel agents, DVD store clerks, toll booth operators. They're yours. Goldman Sachs, 300 million jobs at risk of AI automation. By 2026, law, radiology, financial analysis, architecture, content creation. It's not mass unemployment, it's something subtler. It's the slow erosion of expertise. When AI is better than the junior lawyer, there's no ladder anymore. There's no ladder. There's just the AI and the person managing it. What happens to surgery if AI does it for 20 years and then breaks down?
We keep saying AI will create new jobs. Maybe. Probably.
But will those jobs give the same sense of meaning, the same identity? Or are we optimizing our economy and accidentally deleting our purpose?
That's scenario 2. Progress without purpose. This is the one that cuts deepest.
In every war in human history, someone had to make the decision. Someone had to give the order. Someone had to feel the weight of it. Now imagine that decision made in 0.003 seconds by a system trained on conflict data. No hesitation, no conscience, no remorse. Autonomous weapons are no longer theoretical. The scenario isn't a robot uprising, it's more boring and more terrifying. 2 AI defense systems misread each other's signals. Each responds defensively, faster than any human can intervene. And in under 4 minutes, a war no human being decided to start. A war started by accident, by 2 machines trying to protect us. Who do you hold accountable when the machine made the decision? The engineer, the general, or no one because the system was just optimizing? Before you close this with a feeling of doom, I want to be straight with you. I am not anti-AI. AI is finding cancer earlier than any doctor could. AI is connecting people who couldn't communicate before. AI is helping farmers in East Africa predict rainfall and save harvests. The technology is not the villain. The problem is who controls it. Who controls it? Who benefits? Who decides when it's wrong? Right now, he got concentrated in very few companies, very few cities. That's not a technology problem, that's a power problem. And we've seen power problems before. There's a concept I keep coming back to, the ship of Theseus. If you replace every plank until nothing original remains, is it still the same ship?
I think about that when I think about us.
Our memory with Google, our judgment with algorithms, our social lives with feeds, our decisions with recommendations. At what point are we still the ones in control? Or did we hand over the keys so gradually we never noticed the door close behind us?
I've been asked, are you optimistic or pessimistic about AI?
Honestly, neither. I'm vigilant.
Optimism without awareness is just wishful thinking. Pessimism without action is just paralysis. Vigilance means you see clearly, and you still choose to act.
And action starts with the conversations we're willing to have.
Conversations like this one. AI writes legal briefs, reads medical scans, files your taxes, all before breakfast. We didn't automate the factory floor this time. We automated the corner office. Each of these scenarios is happening right now in small ways. The algorithm doesn't know it's cold outside. It knows kilowatt hours. And when we asked it why, the answer was a 400-page report no human can fully read. The silence of an empty office is louder than any alarm. We once said no country would start a nuclear war by accident. We built safeguards. Good intentions at the individual level don't always produce good outcomes at the system level. The ship was still seaworthy. That's not the point. I want to leave you with one question. Not a scary one, an honest one. If you had to pick one area where you'd never let AI make the final call, what would it be? Drop it in the comments.
My children.
David K. The
I read every single one.
Anonymous. Love.
We didn't lose control in a war. We handed it over, one tap at a time. The question now isn't whether we can take it back. The question is whether we even want to. I'll see you in the next one.